Hello friends. Earth is by far the only cosmic place where the existence of life is known. And so it is home to billions of species, including humans. Earth is the third, most dense, and fifth largest of the 8 planets in the solar system, in terms of distance from the Sun. Its distance from the Sun is about 150 million kilometers. It is one of the 4 solid planets in the solar system. Another name for the Earth is world, or blue planet. Dear friends, so how old is the Earth, home to billions of species, including humans? So let's start today's episode. So welcome to the Real Uncommon and Interesting 24 channel. Dear friends, the age of the Earth is about 450 to 500 crore years. It was a gaseous sphere when the Earth was formed. Then the Earth loses temperature and begins to cool. Then at one point it turned into a solid gold. Those solid substances are called rock stones. Various rock layers have been found under the Earth's soil. It contains solid substances like iron. There is also biogas and liquid oil. There are also radioactive substances. Radioactivity is one of the funniest basic substances. These atoms emit radioactive rays. This is called radioactive decay. The radioactive element decomposes into a completely different element. For example, let's talk about uranium. Radioactive uranium erodes into lead. However, this radioactive decay does not happen all at once. Is it a fixed rate? This rate of radioactive decay varies from one radioactive substance to another. A term called half-life comes as radioactive decay. The time it takes for half of a radioactive substance to decay is called the half-life of that substance. The half-life of uranium is 4.5 billion years. It takes 4.5 billion years for uranium to decay in half. That leaves 50,000 uranium at the expense of millions of atoms in 4.5 billion years. The remaining 50,000 atoms will be converted into lead atoms. 1 lakh does not matter here. An examination of a 100-atom uranium fraction would show that after 4.5 billion years, 50 uranium remains intact, with the remaining 50 turning into lead. In other words, no matter how many atoms are taken, it takes 4.5 billion years for radioactive uranium to become half. This is called the half-life of uranium. Many people are wondering, how did the calculation of 450 crore years come out? People do not live so long. People don't live, that's right. There is still a way out. There is a mathematical equation. How much radiation is being lost per second? It is calculated and placed in that mathematical equation. The fruit that comes out of it is its half-life. Evidence that this equation is correct is found in the case of radioactive substances with less than half-life. The half-life of such a substance may be a few hours. Someone may be a few days. Some people a few years. In their case, the veracity of the equation is proved. So in the case of uranium, that equation has shown the calculation that it is also correct. Experiments with the world's radioactive uranium-rich rocks have shown that they all have one thing in common. That is, half of it is uranium, half is lead. Therefore, all the uranium seals in the world are now in their half-life. That means they are 4.5 billion years old. In other words, it can be confirmed that these rock fragments were formed 450 crore years ago. If we take the time of creation of the seals as the time of creation of the Earth, its age will be 4.5 billion years. If you like the video, you can share it, and if you like the secret uncommon interesting video, but subscribe to the channel, Real Uncommon and Interesting 24, now. So it looks like you'll be fine until then in the next episode. Thanks.